All right, so what we're doing here is we're doing our colorable periodic table activity. So you should have clicked on the PDF. You are sending it to Notability. I'm going to create a new note. I already did this once and it didn't record my audio, so that's awesome. So sent to Notability. Okay, now I'm going to go to Notability. You can see what we're going to do here. We're labeling all the different things on our periodic table today, so that's what it'll look like at the end. Okay, but seeing as it didn't record my audio, I have to do it all again. So we'll just go through it one more time. So really quickly here, let's zoom in a little bit. And we can do a text box actually. Okay. So I'm going to do a text box, or you can write it in, your call, like right here. First thing I'm going to do is write in metals. Then I'm going to write in non-metals. Then I'm going to write in metalloids. Then I'm going to write in alkali metals. Then I'm going to do alkaline earth metals. I'm going to extend this out so that the box actually fits. Oops. Then I'm going to do transition metals and inner transition metals. Okay. Well, again, I'm just going to extend it a little bit so that it all fits, so it's not confusing. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to add a second text box right over here. I'm going to type in noble gases, halogens, and other non-metals. That one I'm going to have to space out a little bit. I'll do it this way so it's clear. Great. Okay, I'm just going to double check, make sure that's everything that I want to put on here. And yeah, looks like we should be okay now, which is great. Now, there's usually a little bit more that you might see on here. But let's go back to our highlighter now, and we're going to just start doing things. So let's go to, actually first let's do our black pencil, about that size, that's great. And then make sure you don't cover up anything too specifically. But what you want to do here is you're going to draw like a little staircase down your lines here. Try not to cover up the numbers if you can. Down this way, this way, this way. This is, generally speaking, the dividing line between our metals and our non-metals. Okay, but before we do that, I'm going to actually color in my metalloids. So I'm going to do yellow here, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and then sometimes polonium and astatine are considered metalloids. So now over here, where we have metalloids, I'm just going to color over metalloids in yellow, so I know that it's just the yellow color. Okay, and that's kind of our basis here. Okay, now some of these, depending on the periodic table you look at, have differential characteristics. So I'm going to do my best to be consistent with what you'll see most often. These boxes down here that are not colored in, a lot of those metals are synthetic, or they're not naturally occurring. They're really big metals. So we often see them a little bit differently. So let's take our highlighter now. Actually, let's go pencil, and let's go red. I just want you to start by over here drawing straight across. Actually, let's not go pencil. Let's go highlighter. The reason why I say that is because you can see through the highlighter. Let's go with a smaller line though. Okay. I'm going to outline lithium, beryllium. I'm going to come straight down, straight across. Again, these two at the end you might see labeled as different things. That's fine. We're going to go up, 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 over, and back up. I'm going to outline it in red because these are my metals. And you also have to do these two boxes down here, and we'll talk about where these boxes come from in a minute. Okay, let's change our highlighter to a nice light blue color as well here, because what you're going to do is outline the remaining elements. These are nonmetals, so I'm going to outline them in blue here. So start with hydrogen in the upper left-hand corner. And then I'm just going to follow this line down. Up and across, and feel free to watch this at 2 times speed and pause when you need to. Those are my nonmetals. Okay, next one on the list, we're going to go alkaline earth metals. So it doesn't really matter what colors you choose. I'm just going to choose things that are contrasting so that I can see them. I'm going to go gray here. Oh, let's make this a little bit easier. I'll go to a slightly thicker color that'll help speed up the coloring process. Okay, those are my alkali metals in the first column. Let's do a nice dark green next to it. My alkaline earth metals are the second column. And those are my alkaline earth metals. Next, I'm going to go, let's say, a nice blue color. Careful where you go. You don't want to go all the way over. You just want to go under this little chunk of normal ones. Oh, useful tip. Apparently, if you do not pick up your pencil, it doesn't create 2 layers. You see where it's darker with that blue there? That's because there's 2 layers. I'm going to go a nice, solid, let's go this, what do I want to do here? Let's go orange. Don't overthink it. Okay, orange right here. These are going to be my inner transition metals. Again, sometimes these last 2 elements here that I just colored in, they are going to be slightly different. Let's go hot pink. Down over here. These are my noble gases. Okay. Let's go, what would go good next to hot pink? Let's go this dark blue or purple. Those elements right there. These are my halogens. And next to that one, let's go this light green. Those are my other non-metals. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to go back to my thin color here again, And you don't have to do this. I'm just going to outline my metals one more time so that it's very clear to me that these are indeed metals. I chose the pencil, didn't I? It works out. As long as you don't color over anything. I'm going to go back to my blue, outline these guys as well. So those are just easy to see. Great. Oh, I forgot to color one. So let's go back to this. It's the same color. Hydrogen is my other nonmetal as well. And now, you're probably wondering, what are those two boxes at the bottom? Excellent question. These are what we call, and I'm going to be very specific about this. See those two boxes here? I'm going to outline those and draw them right here and right there. They would stack right there because this is called my, and I'm going to zoom in so it's easier to write, lanthanide and actinide metals. So notice how that's lanthanum. Okay, that sits right in front of the CE here, kind of like right here. And thorium, actinium goes right in front. Actinium is actinide. So you can kind of think like La is right there and AC is right there as well. And the reason why they kind of pull it out like that is because otherwise you can imagine if I took all of these elements right here and I tried to shove them in right up there, the periodic table, this whole chunk over here would just be added to the end, right? It would just get really, really long. So for that reason, they just keep them separate. Okay, so make sure you finish this. This is a solid activity. We'll come back to what this means later. Last thing I want to add in is the common charges. I'm going to go even thinner here. Okay, so common charges, everything in this first column commonly is a +1 charge. Second column is +2. Way over here, +3, nothing there. -3, -2, -1, and 0. Those are common charges for those things. And we'll come back